I am at it again. I'm about to make some Indian butter chicken. Classic Indian dish. Creamy chicken based dish that you eat over rice. Let's take a look. Okay, here's the ingredients. We got chicken, blanched almonds, onion, got some tomatoes from our backyard farm, got some cilantro. We have, starting on the left to the right, we have plain yogurt, heavy cream, garlic, ginger paste, salt, hot chili powder, garam masala, which is an Indian spice mixture. We have cardamom pods. We have ground cloves, cinnamon, and of course, rice. Basmati rice. Gotta get the right kind of rice to use with the Indian dishes. I like to get my rice going first. So just 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water in the steamer. Turn it on for an hour. And let that cook while I'm making the rest of the dish. Got my cilantro leaves all ready, and I'm just gonna go ahead and chop those up real fine. Okay, I got my blanched almonds. I'm gonna toss those in the food processor. Get those ready to chop up. And there you go. Okay, got the almonds all chopped up. You see, just chop them up into really small pieces. You just want them to give the texture. You don't want them to be too big, but you want them to give the food a little bit extra texture and a little bit of a nutty flavor. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and crush the cardamom pods in the pestle and mortar. And if you never used a cardamom pod before, what you have is a little seed that looks like this. And inside of there is a bunch of little tiny seeds. And if you look in there, you can see that I already pulled one apart and dropped the little seeds in there. And I'm going to drop 4 cardamom pods worth in there. And I'm going to crunch them up with the pestle and mortar and make another seasoning for my dish. There you have it, cardamom pods. Okay, there's my cardamom pods crushed into a powder, and now I can use that as one of my seasonings. Okay, I got all my seasonings in a bowl. Basically what I'm making is a marinade that I'm going to use to marinate the chicken. And just to go around go clockwise, what I have is the garlic / ginger paste. Get some extra garlic in there. Got the chopped blanched almonds. I got some yogurt, plain yogurt. I have the red chili pepper. I have what is that? That's the clover, cinnamon, garam masala, and then the cardamom powder that I just made. Have that all in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up some tomatoes and throw those in there, and then I'm going to chop up the chicken and throw it in that, and then I'm going to let that sit for about 20 minutes to marinate, and then I'll continue on. I'm going to add the tomatoes to the marinade. Just pour those in there. Got to plug the backyard farm again. These are all tomatoes that I grew in my backyard farm, so got to get that in. Okay, the last ingredient is salt. Get that in there, and I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to chop the chicken up first, and then I'm going to mix it all up and marinate the chicken. Okay, you got to get this all blended up. Okay, I got my marinade complete. You can see you have a nice thick, yogurty, very aromatic marinade that you can use to marinate the chicken with. You have it. Yogurty marinade. And yogurty is a technical term in the food industry, by the way. Okay, I've added the chicken to the marinade. You're supposed to let that sit for 2 hours or overnight. I only got about an hour to let it sit, so put it in the refrigerator. Hopefully I got nothing embarrassing in there. Oh yeah, there's a can of Spam right there, but don't even trip. Y'all know y'all eat Spam. Alright, so that's it. There you go. That's gonna sit, and then I'll come back and show you the rest. Okay, the Eclectic Rebel has a dilemma. I didn't really like the smell of the ghee, or that cow butter that I showed you earlier. I think it's been in there too long. So basically, I got to make my own clarified butter. Clarified butter is just butter boiled down with the fat removed. So I'm going to do that, and I'll show you how that's done. Luckily, I got a gang of butter. My uncle was here in town, and we went and bought some butter. Well, he went and bought a gang of butter, and it's got a huge block of butter left over. So I'm just going to melt that down and use that to make some clarified butter instead of using the cow ghee. Okay, so I got my butter melting now. That'll take a few minutes, and once it starts to melt, I'm going to skim off the frothy white stuff off the top and leave nothing but the clear butter. Okay, the butter is boiling now. You see how it's frothy on the top? I'm going to just start skimming it off with the spoon like this, and keep doing that until all of the frothy stuff is gone, and then we'll have clarified butter. Okay, you can see I got most of the frothy, fatty stuff off the top, and now it's just a clear butter, kind of like you would use to dip your crab legs in if you like to put butter on your crab legs. That would be clarified butter. And that's it, clarified butter. Check it out. Now I'm going to heat up 5 tablespoons of that clarified butter that I made, and then I'm going to fry the onions. Fry the onions, get those all fried up, and then we're going to take that chicken mixture that we made earlier and throw that in here and cook that for a couple of minutes. And then we're going to toss that in the oven and let that cook for probably about, I don't know, about a half hour, 45 minutes. Chicken mixture to the frying onions, and that's going to cook for a couple minutes. Sorry for the bad video. Hey, remember the coriander I chopped up earlier? That goes in here now. Let's mix that in. Get it all in there. Nice fresh coriander. We got our fresh coriander mixed in there now. You can see the little green specks. It's very aromatic. Smell up the whole kitchen with all the different spices and the chicken and the onions. Next we're going to pour that into this pan, and then we're going to bake it. Okay, I just poured some heavy cream in here, 4 tablespoons worth, and then a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in the dish. You can see we got our chicken. Our chicken is now in our butter chicken is now in the dish, and we're going to put the whammy on it with this cream. That's going to give it its creaminess. And then I'm going to mix that in there, and I'm going to toss that in the oven for an hour. So that's going to stir it in with a fork, get it nice and mixed up. Got it going in the oven now. It's going to go in the oven for an hour, and I'm going to go for a jog, and I'm going to let my wife watch it while I'm gone, and in an hour we'll have our butter chicken. It will be complete. Let's just check on the rice. It's been done for quite a while, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. We got some fresh steamed rice ready to go, so that butter chicken is going to be real delicious over the rice. I'm just checking on it. And it's been in there for about 45 minutes, and it's boiling. As you can, if you look real close, you can see some bubbles popping. But I think it's almost done. Okay, the butter chicken's all done. Take a look. Still boiling a little bit, but it's all done. There you have it, Indian butter chicken.